Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we apply the Griff coat. I like it in a pump up sprayer. Just kind of spray everything down. You can also use a rag if you don't have a sprayer. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Then we're just going to wipe this out. As you can see, I already clayed the mold. I took and put the clay in and then use mineral spirits to kind of clean it and polish it out. And then after that, kind of wait, and then that's what we're doing now is we're applying the mold release. As you can see, I'm trying to really apply it to all the edges really well, make sure I get it on everything. And you can see there's a lot of residue here still. We want to try and get as much of it off as we possibly can. The thinner the better. Now I'm going to switch to a dry rag. I could really feel it now. The rag just kind of glides across the surface. There's nothing binding up or anything like that. So now we have a nice, clean, prepped mold that'll be ready to go for this SCC premium. All right guys, to save some time, I kind of weighed up everything real quick. We got our water, our premix, our 1/2-inch fiber, and our premium iron black pigment. I did leave this desiccant right on top of the bucket here so I can show you guys. You want to make sure you pull this out. Real good trick is just to flip the bag upside down, cut it, and the desiccant is usually right there on the top side. Sometimes you have to dig for it, but usually it's not too bad. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add my premium iron black pigment. You add that at the start. And then we're going to add about 80% of my water/ice mixture. When you are using ice, always add all the ice up front and keep the water back. I like to keep about 80% back. That makes sure I get a nice, consistent mixture to break up any lumps. As you can see, it's got enough water where it's starting to move, but I'm really breaking up the chunks as I mix it. Not to put too much heat into it. I'm pretty sure I got most of the chunks broken up. I'm going to add a little bit more water. Not necessarily all of it. You might not need it. Once you know how much water you're going to add, then you can just add it. But it's looking really good, but as you can see, it still needs some more water. Now we're starting to get some fluidity. Getting close. So see, this is how I kind of walk it in to make sure I get it right. Let's take a look at it. You kind of see we got some bubbles coming up. You see them popping. Let's We're gonna add just a touch more. We're still not even at the full 6 pounds of water. Add about half of what we got left. Now we have a nice fluid consistency. Kind of, you take the stuff out and it just self-levels on its own. We're gonna dump our fiber in. Now this is just mixed real quick.
That was about 15 seconds for the fiber.
All right, and as you look, you can kind of see in the bucket still with the fiber, there's a lot of air bubbles coming up through, but there's not any bleed water on the surface. So now we're gonna go take and dump it in our form. We're just gonna pour it in. Making sure to pour wet on wet if you move.
Watch your back edge.
Yeah, looks like we're getting pretty close. We don't want to overfill the mold. Give a little shake. Looks like we overfilled her. Or our table's not level.
Table's not level.
Make sure you level your table before you do a how-to video.
Key is these air bubbles. That looks good. No, a little bit more. A little bit more. That's probably good there, Ben. I see it moving my way a little bit. So air bubbles popping. No vibration.
And that's what you want it to look like.
Lots